So what is a function in computing, and that's not how you spell function, and how do you use one? So first of all, we're going to go through what it is, then we're going to actually code one in Python. It's basically the same for every other programming language, but Python is probably the easiest to explain it in. So first of all, what actually is a function? So a function is a type of subroutine, and a subroutine is basically a piece of code which you use multiple times to make efficient use of memory. So basically a subroutine is like, say if you had a program which was fully dependent on adding numbers. So instead of each time having to go through and being like, add this, add this, add this, add this, you would have a function which would just add this once. And a function must return a value. That's the main part of a function. The function must be able to return a value, because if it doesn't return a value, then that's called a procedure. So there are two types of a function. First part is the argument, and the second is the parameter. The argument is the main thing which is passed in, so the value of the thing. So for example, say in the main code a equals 10, the argument is 10. And the parameter is the actual thing. For example, a. Parameter is a. So that's what the argument is, that's what parameter is, and now we actually show you how to use a function. I'm going to use REPL for this, but REPL is the best thing to do this on in a tablet. Did I pronounce thing? Oh no. Okay, so a function is something like, say we define the functions. So def, let's just say max nb. So properly add colons, etc. So let's say if a is bigger than b, we return a. So if a is a bigger number, you return a, else return b. Perfect. So that is the function. And now why that's useful is, say something like c equals int input a number, and let's say d equals int input a number. I don't know what just happened there, Jesus. Int input a number. Say if you had, let's just say m equals max c and d, and then print m. Beautiful. So if we would have run that, a number 15, a number 20, prints out 20. Perfect. So why is this good? Because let's just say you had count equals 10 while count not equal to 10, and then this. This probably isn't a good example, but basically what it'll do is it'll just mean that you don't have to code as much, so it's a lot more memory efficient. And also, say I made a mistake in this part, so all of this, then that would mean that when I come back to debugging, which is like actually fixing it, I could only have to debug this top part. I wouldn't have to care about all of this, because this is all fine. It's just this part that we have to fix. So that's another reason why this is actually a lot better than you would assume, because it saves memory, but you don't have to retype this multiple times, and it's a lot quicker to debug. Peace.